In February 2012, the University of Northern Iowa announced that it would be shutting down Malcolm Price Laboratory School due to budget cuts. We interviewed multiple sources about this issue.
The University of Northern Iowa has been fighting the cut of their prestigious laboratory school for many years, and on February 22nd of 2012, they finally made the announcement that Malcolm Price Lab School would be closing after the 2011-2012 school year. This lab school offers students pre-K through 12 a more intimate classroom experience. One student shares his thoughts on the benefits of a lab school over public schooling.
There's a lot of teacher-student interaction, and also you get to see a lot of the college students learn to be teachers and develop their skills.
Nick considers Price Lab's fate to be sealed, but remains hopeful for the school. We also talked to the secondary school counselor on how she feels students are reacting to the decision.
When kids are stressed out and having a hard time coping, then obviously they come down to the counseling office. I'm running groups right now for kids who are concerned about transition and going to a new school and what does this mean, and kind of faced with a challenge that they haven't been faced with before, especially students who've been here for a long time.
We spoke with another student who shared with us her experiences with the differences between a lab school and public school, and discussed the transition and what she misses about Price Lab.
I miss a lot of the teachers that knew me really well. I went to Price Lab up to 7th grade, and so it's nice because the teachers got to see me grow and knew me the whole time, and so I miss a lot of the teachers here, but I found great teachers at Pete too, so.
Mrs. Deacon also shared with us the difficulties in communication between staff and administration at the university.
Most staff do not know what's going to, for faculty, most people don't know what's going to happen with their positions and their jobs and if they'll be employed next year and things like that, so it's very difficult.
The announcement that the school would be closing was especially disappointing for parents having invested for years in their students' education. We talked to one parent about his opinion of the university.
I still love the University of Northern Iowa. I have to say that I'm not terribly pleased with the University of Northern Iowa administration and the Board of Regents that made the call to close the school, in part because they never made an argument that they're closing it because it was bad. It's actually been it hasn't been well funded for probably at least the past decade, but it's been a very successful school nonetheless. So to close down, what I think is like a jewel and a school that has so much potential, I thought was a really bad decision.
Price Lab opened its doors in the fall of 1957 and has since been an institution for college students to learn and test their skills while students receive prime educations. One student shows her support in every way she can.
I've signed all the petitions, I've done all the walks, I've gone to every single meeting, I've done everything I can do.
Along with the loss of Price Lab and the budget cuts, UNI will also be losing many of its majors, including French, German, philosophy, and dance. All the majors cut, however, had only 2 or less students graduate on average with those majors each year.
Assuming the cut goes through, Malcolm Price Laboratory School will be closed effective June 30th, 2012.
Nonetheless, students, staff, and parents remain hopeful.